सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातु अनुग्रहेण वाप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्तिकल्याणार्थं समस्तसाधकानां भक्तानां समस्तविघ्ननिवारणार्थं साधनावाप्त्यर्थं सम्पदावाप्त्यर्थं आयुरारोग्यक्षेमस्थैर्यादिप्राप्त्यर्थं प्रथमतः छान्दोग्योपनिषदः पारायणम् अनन्तरं भाष्यसमेत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम्। Friends, we are doing the Parayanam of Chandogya, third chapter. We concluded yesterday. Let us begin the fourth chapter chanting. ओम अथ चान्दोग्य उपनिषद शांति मंत्रः। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममांगाने वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः। ओम जानश्रुतिर्हि औत्रायणः श्रद्धादेयः बहुदायी बहुपाक्यः आस सह सर्वतः आवसतान् मापयान् चक्रे सर्वतः एव मे अत्स्यन्ति इति अतः हंसाः निशायाम् अतिपेतुः ततः एव हंसो हंसम् अभ्युवाद भो हि भल्लाक्ष जानश्रुतेः औत्रायणस्य समं दिवा ज्योतिः आततं तन्मा प्रसांक्षीः तत्त्वामा प्रदाक्षीत् इति। तमुह परः प्रत्युवाच कं वर एनम् एतत् सन्तकं सयुग्वानम् इव रैक्वम् आत्थ इति। यो नो कथकं सयुग्वा रैक्वः इति। यथा कृताय विजिताय धारे अयाः संयन्ति एवं एनगुं सर्वं तत् अभिसमेति यत्किञ्च प्रजाः साधु कुर्वन्ति यतद्वेद यत्सवेद समया एतद् उक्तः इति। यदुह जानश्रुतिः पौत्रायणः उपशुश्राव सः सञ्जिहानः एव क्षत्तारम् उवाच अङ्गा अरे ह सयुग्वानम् इव रैक्वम् आत्थ इति। यो नु कथकं सयुग्वा रैक्व इति। यथा कृताय विजिताय धरे अयाः संयन्ते एवं एनगुं सर्वं तद् अभिसमेति यत्किञ्च प्रजाः साधु कुर्वन्ति यस्तद्वेद यत्स वेद स मया एतदुक्तः इति सः क्षत्ता अन्विष्य न अविदम् इति प्रत्ययाय तगं होवाच यत्र अरे ब्राह्मणस्य अन्वेषणाः तदेनम् अर्चेति सोधस्तात् शकटस्य पामानं कषमाणम् उपोपविवेश तगंह अभ्युवाद त्वं नो भगवः सयुग्वा रैक्वः इति अहगं ह्यरा इति ह प्रतिजज्ञे सह क्षत्ता अविदम् इति प्रत्ययाय अथ द्वितीयः खण्डः तदुह जानश्रुतिः पौत्रायणः षट्शतानि गवां निष्कमश्वतरीरथं तदादाय प्रतिचक्रमे तगंह अभ्युवाद रैक्वेमानि षट्शतानि गवामयं निष्कः अयम् अश्वतरीरथो नुम एतां भगवः देवतागं शाधि यां देवतामुपास्सः इति तमुः परः प्रत्युवाच आह हारे त्वा शूद्रः तव एव सह गोभिः अस्तु इति तदुह पुनः एव जानश्रुतिः पौत्रायणः सहस्रं गवां निष्कमश्वतरीरथं दुहितरं तदादाय प्रतिचक्रमे तगंह अभ्युवाद रैक्व इदगं सहस्रं गवामयं निष्कः अयम् अश्वतरीः अथ इयं जाया अयं ग्रामः यस्मिन् आस्ते अनु एव मा भगवः शाधि इति तस्याः मुखमुपोद्गृह्णन् उवाच आजहार इमाः शूद्रानेन एव मुखेन आलापयिष्यथा इति ते हैते रैक्वपर्णा नाम महावृषेषु यत्र अस्मै उवास तस्मै होवाच अथ तृतीयः खण्डः वायुर्वाव संवर्गः यदा वा अग्निरुद्वायति वायुमेवाप्येते यदा सूर्यः अस्तमेति वायुमेवाप्येते यदा चन्द्रः अस्तमेति वायुमेवाप्येते यदाप उच्छुष्यन्ति वायुमेवापीयन्ते वायुर्हि एव एतान् सर्वान् संवृङ्क्ते इति अधिदैवतम् अथ अध्यात्मं प्राणो वाव संवर्गः स यदा स्वपिदे प्राणमेव वागप्येते प्राणं चक्षुः प्राणगं श्रोत्रं प्राणं मनः प्राणो हि एव एतान् सर्वान् संवृङ्क्ते इति तौ वा एतौ द्वौ संवर्गौ वायुरेव देवेषु प्राणः प्राणेषु अतः शौनकं च कापेयम् अभिप्रतारिणीं च काक्षसेनीं परिविश्यमाणी ब्रह्मचारी बिभिक्षे तस्मा उन ददतुः स होवाच महात्मनः चतुरः देव एकः कः सह जगार भुवनस्य गोपाः तं कापेयः न अभिपश्यन्ति मर्त्या अभिप्रतारिन् बहुधा वसन्तं यस्मै वा एतद् अन्नं तस्मै एतत् न दत्तम् इति तदुह शौनकः कापेयः प्रतिमन्वानः प्रत्ययाय आत्मा देवानां जनिता प्रजानागं हिरण्यदगंष्ट्रो बभसो अनुसूरिः महान्तम् अस्य महिमानम् आहुः अनद्यमानो यदनन्नमत्तीति वै वयं ब्रह्मचारिन् एतं न इदमुपास्महे दत्तास्मै भिक्षाम् इति तस्मा उह दधुते वा एते पञ्चान्ये दशसन्तः तत्कृतं तस्मात् सर्वासु दिक्षु अन्नम् एव दशकृतकं सा एषा विराट् अन्नादीतया इदगं सर्वं दृष्ट्वगं सर्वमस्य इदं दृष्टं भवते अन्नादो भवति य एवं वेद ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषतो ॐ यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। अथ प्रथमा शिक्षावल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवाकः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Having saluted all the rishis, munis, devatas, gurus, Parabrahma Tattva, Shruti Mata, Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Yajnavalkya, Adya Shankara, and our own Guru Parampara, Gurudeva. See, just we have to be grateful, we have to be unbiased and impartial, and pure in our heart, without any inhibition, hesitation, to accept this fact that from a situation of our mind and intellect where, other than being in the world, being worldly, nothing of the presence of spirituality, glory of the spirituality at all known to us. From that stage, we have come now to a level of not only studying the Shastras, Upanishads, also to understand, apprehend, comprehend, appreciate, and accept the presence of something beyond, and that is the goal. And this is how the things have to be done. To this clarity, from nowhere, if we have reached. Now, if we are pure in our heart, unbiased, should we not accept that? That if not for the grace of Rishi Guru, if not for the grace of the Shastras, and if not for our regular Shastra Adhyanam in the Satsanga, could we have come to this level? Not that we have reached ultimate, but at least we are able to little apprehend. Through each of the Upanishad or the Shastras, we are just seeing what world we are in is not only not ultimate, but it is absolutely absurd and unreal. There is something beyond this which is true and which is real, in whose experience alone there is the achievement of everything. Now, people in this way, never attending to the Shastra and Satsanga, ever remain in their own imaginary world, lived only at the Mana Indriya Deha, like any Pashu. Though they are having the Buddhi given, which can be used for the study of Shastra, in which, other than the Artha Kama, the Dharma Moksha Purusharthas can be and should be understood. Bhagwan gave buddhi to all. When we use that, the dharma moksha purushartha would be understood and accepted. When we use that buddhi through the study of Shastra, for the study of Shastra. And millions are there, they are not using the buddhi in this way. Buddhi is used only for propitiating what the deha, what the indriya, what the mana, do the sankalpa of the kamana, of the objects of the world. Now as much into us the knowledge information about the truth reality along with its glory is entering. To that extent, not only we are coming out of the delusory, outward, unnecessary, ever failing efforts, but slowly we are getting inspired to seek and search that truth which is beyond, that truth which is within myself. And 2, 3 years back, when we started classes, it was vague, it was confusing, it was heavy, it was difficult to manage the outer affairs, the people, our own bodily things, more important than that is managing our own mind and its interest to bring it to the class. But somehow, little of our effort, little of elders' blessings, little of punya, more of Bhagwan Shruti Guru's Kripa, that we continued. The point is, because we have continued, we are getting that sublime information. If this is not done, we would have been back into that world only, half samsara utterly, indulgent only through the senses into the objects of world. Not that we have come out of it completely now, not that we have realized the self and got moksha. No, no. But at least we are given that information about something beyond. Now, will it not inspire us to seek it? At the same time, will it not help us? Because we are inspired and seeking this, will it not help us to come out of the perennially problem creating outer worldly involvements caused by the inner world's raga, dvesha, kama, krodha? Are we not helping ourselves to reduce? Not that pura chala gaya, but kam ho raha hai ki nahi. So this silent, subtle operation, the Shruti Mata and Guru Parampara and Bhagwan does on our own personality when we surrender to them with this simplicity, with this regularity, sincerity, and with its humbleness. We have begun now. And mind you, that doesn't mean also we have reached. Why this introduction today is what? If really we realize this, that through the study of Shastra, our intellects are opening up for the higher possibilities of the ultimate truth. Now, the commitment for us we have to take is what? Till the truth is experienced. Let it take as many number of years or lives it takes till the truth is experienced. Undoubtedly, our Okshanubhuti, the only thing which guides us, which inspires us, which fuels us, empowers us, called the Shastra Dhenam Shravanam, we will never give up. And the one who teaches us the Shastra, only to that Guru we go and consistently listen. भटकना नहीं अब यहीं कहीं. And for having that Guru and Nishtha in the Guru, from the Guru to listen the Shastra, get on understanding, go on understanding subtly, enter into the higher level of meditational sadhana, and to reach the experience. Who always helps us is none but Bhagwan himself. Therefore, the Upasana Puja to Bhagwan along with Prarthana is our lifelong commitment. Then our surrender with faith to the Guru also is life's long commitment. And through the Guru, no other thing. Direct listening to Shastra alone is our many, many lives commitment. And through the study of Shastra only, we are consistent at our intellect level about the ultimate goal. At the same time, what we were considering earlier as goal, the worldliness is found to be imagined goal leading only to our bondage. In this way, at our intellectual, through the study of Shastra, we always be well informed, well empowered. We continue. Then, as we proceed, the realizations happen inside. This only we are gathering information. But with this consistency of our regularity, the grace of Bhagwan and Guru works in our heart for the realization. The realization is what? Is so many words I am listening of spirituality. Meaning of that, what it is. Have I got convinced about it? How the experience looks like if I get it? And am I doing that to get the experience? Or what to do? These realizations start happening. Once those realizations happen and we commit to them, the life becomes so beautifully evolved. Like, for example, I heard about bhakti so many times. Did I convince myself about all details of bhakti? Am I experiencing that bhakti, sharanagati? What to do for that? This is called realization. So too I heard about vairagya. Did I understand the logic behind the need of that vairagya? What is the opposite of vairagya called as ragadvesha? Again and again it is said in Shastra that the Raga Dvesha are the Karana of the Samsara. What exactly meaning of Samsara? How Raga Dvesha are becoming cause? What is therefore the need of eliminating Raga Dvesha by replacing it with Vairagya. But what exactly is the state of mind when I am Vairagi? Completely. How it looks like? How why it is said to be so profound and beautiful when we are lost in raga dvesha and eking out sukha dukha, a suddenly new thing called as vairagya brought, and it is so much insisted in the shastras. क्या है ये चीज? इतना महान है तो मुझे उसको समझ क्यों नहीं आ रहा, मैं क्यों उसको पा नहीं रहा हूं? This is called realization. Let me really taste the raga dvesha rahita manasthiti called vairagya. So to Shama, so to Dama, so to Parama, so to Titiksha. What are all these things? Isn't it? What is the meaning of Sharanagati? What exactly is the struggle of Shastra and Guru trying to convey to us as goal and mean? Am I convinced of it? So this is the realization Bhagavan gives one day. And along with that, the sense of urgency, sense of commitment कि किसी भी कीमत पर मैं इसको पाऊंगा. No, that is of the beautiful realization or evolution. For again, realization and evolution. Like in the human evolution also, as they say, he was struggling, running to catch the animals, like the lions, tigers were catching. One day he realized, yeah, how much I can struggle like that. Is there any way? The moment he thought, then he found there is something like a stone. He tried to hit that animal with the stone, he succeeded. So that is how slowly the weaponry was developed, that you stay here only without that much struggle or running and hit that animal for your prey. This is how through the thinking the evolution started. All the swords or the arrows were invented in this way with their first thinking. In the same way, through the listening of Shastra, slowly to all of us, the Bandha Moksha Vishayas become clear. Then we really laugh at ourselves knowing that what were we doing so far was only creating more and more Bandha to us. Bandhana. We feel sympathetic, we laugh at ourselves. Is it not? It will come. That's called realization. Then comes no more of this bondage. What is nonsense? Let me enter into that experience. For that, these are the sadhanas said. So, like that person, first discovered stone, then discovered the arrow, then he made it sharpened. No, कितना एक के बाद एक improvement करते गया. He was staying in caves. Then slowly he started making something, the thatched roofs and all. So many ways. He was just eating the food raw, then slowly started boiling it, etc. He was just suffering in cold and heat, then slowly he started using the barks of the tree as clothes. Slowly he invented. Human being evolved. In the same way, regular when we listen to Shastra, we also evolve in our understanding first that we are living a life of bondage. There's something beyond this to seek called liberation. The definition of mukti is that द मीन्स फॉर द मुक्ति इज दैट साधना ये है वो सारा हमको रियलाइज होता है, अभी नहीं हुआ, हो गया होता तो वी वुड डू नथिंग अदर देन साधना, kick the entire house and all people everybody just go into an ashram जंगल बैठ और वहां भगवान मिलने तक ध्यान करना, वो करते हैं हम अगर वो कन्विक्शन हुआ तो. So towards that conviction and later on sadhana and later on realization is this path of our regular studying Shastra. If that is not done, we are back to our own old habits of just living ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna, which are the lot of animals. They go for food, ahara, they are tired, they go to nidra, then they always fear who will kill them. Then maithuna, the procreation. Every human being who is at this level of only these four is Pashutulya. The one who uses intellect, then he thinks about the Bhayarahita Sthiti, that only in the Atmanamhuti. Therefore, the Ahar Nidra Maithuna he reduces and involves in the Bhayarahita Sadhana, involves in reaching to the state of Bhayarahitata through Adhyatmic Sadhana. We are all in that path. Yet, it's all अभी कच्चा है हमारा मन गड़ा, अब इसको पक्का बनाना है. बनने के लिए लगातार लगे रहना. For any reason we go away from the Shastra Shravanam, even break if it comes, irregularity it happens, again to bring the mind to this level, allowing the Guru and Bhagwan to guide it becomes almost impossible for that life. And next life, this need not be urgent. Depending on our other vasanas, in how many yonis we are thrown, we don't know even of human, but not spiritual. Now you understand the meaning of why it is said, ki throughout life keep on doing sadhana, and even if you don't achieve the siddhi, leave the body. In the next life you will be born in yoginam kule. As much positively it is saying that we will be born in the yogis kula to continue our sadhana when we do it in this life. The thing which is not said but to be inferred from it is what? If we don't do that, then we'll be only born in the bhogi and rogi kula. That's the meaning of samprapte sannite kale dukrum karne nahi nahi rakshati means what? When the death comes, dukru karne will not protect us means what? Everything other than Vajagovindam, whatever we do, it will not protect us means it will not put us in the path of evolution. Because you never tried, you never did Vajagovindam. You did something else. So into that track only you are proved, you are sent. So in this life, artha, kama, bhoga, अगली लाइफ अर्थ काम भोग कोई भी पशु करेगा तो यू गो टू दैट पशु ओनली इन ज्यादा डू भज गोविंद throughout life, end of the life, Bhaja Govindam only is remembered. According to that, our future lives. Yaprayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra samshayaha. So, keeping all these things in mind, that where were we before we started studying Shastra? Where have we reached now? Therefore, that Shastra Adhenam in the regular classes from a Guru has helped us in opening up our intellect for higher possibilities and understandings. It's a beginning. Therefore, the experiment was worthy, the sacrifices were worthy. You sacrifice a lot. Nidra, you sacrifice. Other comforts, you sacrifice. Bhoga, enjoyments, यू पीपल तो इतना छोड़ दे आप बिकॉज इस समय आप बाहर टहलने के लिए आ सकते हैं कॉफी पी सकते हैं कुछ है ना खाते हुए कुछ पेपर पढ़ सकते हैं टीवी देख हजारों त्याग किया आपने महासंत हो आप द ब्लेसिंग ऑफ दैट ओनली दैट स्लोली आर इंटेलेक्ट्स आर ओपनिंग अप बट इट्स ओनली बिगिनिंग द कमिटमेंट इज व्हाट टिल द सिद्धांत ज्ञान बिकम्स पक्का अबाउट परमात्मा अलोन इज रियल till the sadhana in my conviction becomes pakka that I have to do Viveka Viragyadi, Shavadamadi, Shravanamannadi, I am not going to leave the study of class, Shastras. After that also, continuously what puts me on track, inspiring, is only Shastra. तो परमात्मा मिलने तक मैं शास्त्र श्रवण नहीं छोड़ूंगा. Then मिल गए भगवान तो उसके बाद क्या करोगे? What there can be better life than serving the world after mukti? And what can be the better way of serving than again giving only shastra jnana to others so that they also become jignasu mumukshu sadhaka siddha. This is how any of like Gurudev, he went to Rishikesh with a different purpose totally. But he had the earlier life samskaras. In this life, so many Mahatmas went. He met and they blessed him. So he went with different purpose. But when he started listening, he just his intellect got opened up. What India, what freedom I am talking about. First, let me get freedom inside. Then he continued his Shastra Dhyana. What you and I achieved in hundreds of lives, he achieved in one life. That he got convinced about Shastra, which are indicating ultimate goal. He studied them and made that goal as his own and got the blessing of Tapovan Maharaj and all. He put days in and days out. He was in Dhyana Sadhana and that experience he got continued throughout life, only doing one thing called as giving through the Shastra Pravachanam people the guidance for the absolute truth or realization or moksha. Whether it is Adi Shankara Bhagwan, whether it is Vedavyasa Bhagavan, whether our Puja Gurudev, all of them did this only. We are in that parampara. Our job also is that. It's not that कल परसों हमारा मुक्ति हो जाएगा उसके अगले दिन से अपन प्रवचन करने लगेंगे. The idea is once in a while you have to pause. and look back and look the present and see the difference and know what contributed for this evolution, then value it, love it, respect it, involve in it more and more. Don't look here and there. You are not supposed to be concerned about any other body in this path of evolution. You be concerned about yourself and feel regretted wherever some discontinuation were there. Feel also regretted for not doing the due homework. Feel regretted wherever you miss the Shraddha. Now don't repeat them. Be regular not only in the class but also in doing the homework. So that what we are hearing becomes stronger in our contemplation and understanding. It helps us to move faster in the path. In this way, in this life now for us, other than Nirantara Shastra Adhyanam, to know the goal and means, we don't involve in anything. And whatever we have understood as sadhana, that we keep on doing to the extent possible every day. Some days sadhana may not be possible, but class should not be left. In this way, when we are committed, the Guru Parampara, Rishi Parampara, they are watching us. They will bless us. They give that subtle, unimaginable, inexplicable, unseeable blessings they give, with which, as I told you just now, the realizations happen. The intuitive intellect starts getting opened up. That which was never understood or caught earlier, we start understanding now. We find different meaning for life differently. Meaning for the life in a different positive manner. अभी ये सब नहीं हुआ क्योंकि अभी हम भटक रहे हैं. We are still in too much of prarabdha, too much of samsara, more by choice. Even though people are kicking us, still we are licking their feet. अभी वो नालायकपन चल रहा है, पर वो भी जब कम होता रहेगा, then consistency when you do, all these maturities come. And then pray to all Guru Parampara Bhagwan that in spite of us, they took us into their shelter. In spite of us, they went on insistingly protected us. Feel that gratefulness. Physically, they are not seen, but they are the only ones who are Nirantara supporting us, blessing us. There is no difference between Bhagwan, the Rishi, the Shastra Jnana. Through the Shastra Jnana, who is coming to us? The Rishi Parampara only. हर पल हर दिन जब कभी हम शास्त्र पढ़ रहे हैं, we are in tune with the rishis and they are blessing us. There's no doubt. No difference between Bhagwan and Rishi, Rishi and Shastra, Shastra and the Jnanam. In this way, today's thought is little different but important one. Else, if this positive is not done, the other negative will come. बहुत सुन चुका हूँ मैं, अभी थोड़ा थक गया हूँ, थोड़ा रेस्ट लेता हूँ, लेट मी गो एंड टेक सम रिलैक्सिंग डेज, 15 मिनट छुट्टी, 15 दिन छुट्टी ले लूँ क्लासेस से, घूमने जाऊँ. See, this mind devil will tempt us. And then when we cutely message to Swamiji, Swamiji, no, मुझे इधर जाना है, can I skip the classes? And you think Swami doesn't know what's happening. Swami being, he says, ठीक है, wherever you go, be happy. Do your whatever sadhana possible. What sadhana you can do other than being in the class? Greater than this sadhana? So सोचो कि कर पाते हो. Here the entire Guru Parampara is helping us in getting knowledge and conviction. Do you think our individuality right now have awakened to the level of doing sadhana independently at the cost of classes? नहीं. But then ठीक है. So all said and done, I am in my heart feeling gratefulness to all the Rishi Guru Parampara who are not only given Shastra to us, but now they are entering our hearts and enlivening our intellects or opening up our intellects for the understanding. पूरा नहीं हुआ, but शुरुआत हुआ. बढ़िया सा शुरुआत हुआ. So having said so, now we are into the last lap of this most profound and useful required discussion of what helps moksha. ज्ञान कर्म समुच्चय हेल्प करता है या ओनली द कर्म हेल्प करता है या ओनली ज्ञान. पूर्व पक्षी came with only through karma the moksha. Then finally, the Siddhanti, through all quotations of the Shastras, through many of the examples, through all the logics, bringing to the cognition and notice of the Purvapakshi these two most essential conclusions. First, only through Vidya the moksha prapti. Second, what is the pratibandha for the moksha Vidya? Only through Vidya the moksha prapti. Clear? What is the pratibandha for the vidya? Is upatta durita. Therefore, to remove the upatta durita, the karma. That karma also only for only dharma karma. And dharma karma also only for upatta durita kshaya we have to do. This is how these two things the Shruti Mata or Bhagwan Adi Shankara trying to make us understand and convince. Again, I am saying, we as a human being, when we are born here, in different positions. We have our dharmas to do. Those dharmas we are doing only with singular purpose of upata duritakshaya. Only dharma we do only for upata duritakshaya. In that dharma doing, any kamana is added, then it is going to add to the agami karma, which leads to more and more janma marana bandhanam. So be clear what exactly I must do, I must know. That's called Varnashrama Dharma Ityadi. That I am doing only for the inner cleansing. I have nothing to lose in the world, gain in the world, either that is objects or the people or the experiences or my own powers or position. Any of these are Mano Sankalpa adding the samsara to us, pulling us more and more into the delusory world of this samsara. This pakka clarity we have to have. First step. Second, one the upata durita is kshaya ho raha hai uska. Why it should be done only for one purpose of vidya prapti. What is the vidya? Vidya is about the nature of the eternally existing Paramatma or Tattva or the self. What the vidya does? It removes the avidya. What is avidya? We are not knowing that we are the self. When vidya removed avidya, what remains? Anubhuti of what? Our own self, called as moksha. Therefore, we have come for the moksha. Moksha is the Atma's swarupa. We have to experience it. What is not allowing us to experience it? Avidya. Avidya is supported by the vasanas. The vasanas or karmas are removed by the dharma karma, and the avidya is removed by the vidya. Then we experience the self called as moksha. Any understanding other than is misunderstanding. Any doing other than is misdoing. It is adding up to only the problems. With this conviction, धर्म जो करना है कर दी, कुछ भी बाहर उसका फायदा नहीं देखा, अंदर देखा, अंतर लक्ष्य बहिर्दृष्टि. That I am becoming calm and quiet. जो करना था कर दिया. देखो every day what I have to do when I do, am I not finding the peace in me? That is called as upata dutakshaya. When I don't do that, there is a regret. In something other than is done, then there is an agitation. Is it not? Every papa karma creating agitation? Every desire is creating agitation. They would neither do the papa nor do the desire. But when the duty is done, the mind is calm and quiet. Therefore, you are here only to do the duty to quieten the mind. That is the upata durtakshaya. That alone will help us in getting vidya, which removes avidya. Then we know what we are. विद्या मोक्ष को नहीं देता, विद्या विद्या अविद्या को निकाल देता है. Then already existing mukta atma we experience as ourselves. The real self is never bound. Bondage is to the jiva because of the vidya and the vasanas, etc. This jiva removes the vasanas through dharma and removes the vidya through vidya. He is no more a jiva. He experiences himself to be the eternal atma. Remember, the water is never away, apart, independent from the wave. That wave have to do something and reach the water. Wave is always water only. Ornament is always gold. It just has to realize it. So Jiva is always Brahma. He'll have to realize it that I am not Jiva, I am Brahma. That's it. So this is the most profound thing. Repeatedly to be studied, understood, studied and heard till it becomes pakka in our understanding. Anything other than these contrary thoughts should be understood as outer or inner misguidances and should not be valued. So, what you have to do throughout life? The dharma karma. For that, antakarana shuddhi. Shuddha antakarana, what you have to do? Atma vidya. What it does, removes the vidya. What it gives us, moksha. Means what? Experience of the true self. Yeah. Now, in the penultimate topic, almost yesterday we have discussed about this very important one, wherein ki, ki whoever is seeing something other than the Atma, in him only the Kamanas come, he only does the karma, karma leads to the karma phala, for the karma phala, the lokantara, dehantara, prapti. Lokantara means going to one loka to other. Dehantara means getting one body or the other. This is, but the one who has seen the self as it is, tad vyatirekena atma ekatva darshinaha. In contrast with the above thing, the one who is seeing other than the self, here the one who is seeing the one without second self, Vishaya Bhava, there is nothing other than him. Kama Anupapattihi, there is no chance of desire born. Atman is Ananyatvat, and Atma also one without second. Kama Anupapattau, added to that is there is no desire born. Therefore, what happens? In that Ekameva Advayam Atma, you are established. So, Atmane Avasthanam. This is called as Moksha. And this is totally different track. And the karma track is the karma phala, bandhanam, janma, maranam. How can the samuchaya can happen? You understand? That he is rejecting karma samuchaya. Vidya or karma ka. Sir vidya say moksha. Now, virodadevacha, because of this powerful contradiction, vidya, the atma vidya, na moksham prati karma ani apekshati. For obtaining the moksha, Vidya is self-sufficient. It does not expect or need the karma at all. Its kshetra is different. Remember, at one level, the dharma karma are required for only upata durtakshaya. After that is over, karma should be dropped completely. Only then we can have the Vidya, which removes the Vidya, reveals the self, called as moksha. Now, Swa Atmalabhe tu, in the experience of the self, so Atmalabhe, Atma ka labh पाने के प्रयत्न में पूर्व उपचित दुरित प्रतिबंध, पूर्व उपचित जो दुरित है ना, that is the प्रतिबंध. Apanaya dvareణ, by helping us in removing that pratibandha, vidyayaha hetutvam pratipadyante karmani. Then at that place only, the karmas become the helping aids to vidya. Vidyayaha hetutvam karmani pratipadyante. See, establishment of the Shastra about the need of the karma for Vidya is up to this extent of removing the Pratibandha for the Vidya called as Purva Upachita Durita. To elimination of the Pratibandha of the Moksha called as Purva Upachita Durita. Vasanas कहते हैं उसको, habits कहते हैं उसको, the extrovertedness कहते हैं उसको, राग द्वेष आदि कहते हैं. All of that is one set only. एक बोल दिया तो बाकी सब समझना है. So, in what way the karma helps Vidya? Only in removing Purva Upachita Durita. Therefore, to that extent, you definitely do. Karma ani. And which karma, if this word is not mentioned by Bhagavan Shankara, you would have been lost in so many things. He says, Nityani karmani eva. That Nitya karma is called Dharma karma. No other karma we have to involve in. काम में निषिद्ध को छोड़ के सिर्फ नित्य कर्म ही करना है. नित्यानि एव इति अतः एव अस्मिन् प्रकरणे उपन्यस्तानि कर्माणि इति अवोचम्. That's what is our conclusion to tell you. In that prakaras of karma, wherever you have quoted from Shastra, as Shruti only said karma, but not as a direct hetu for moksha at the cost of Vidya. Moksha is only through Vidya, by removing the avidya. At the same time, for this purpose, there and there, the karmas were mentioned as helping aids for the Vidya, for moksha, only for removing the upata durita. That also, karma phala apeksha rahita when we do, and only when we do nitya karma. Therefore, with this knowledge throughout the day, when we should be aware first of all. Then, like yesterday I said, no, same thing said in Bhakti Bhavana was yesterday. What I said? Uh, यावत् सर्वेषु भुवेषु भूतेषु मद्भावोपजायते तावद् एवमुपासीत मनोवाक्काय कर्मभिः. Is it not? Through kaya, vacha, manasa, do these upasanas which I said till in your experience everything in me is risen. Was it not that sloka, the 4 5 slokas which we are repeatedly studying in Bhagavata yesterday? Same thing is said here. When I am aware, I should be aware first of all throughout the day. Then, while being aware, through my kaya, vacha, manasa, am I doing entertainment of anything other than my dharma? Then I am involving in samsara new. Instead of that, these upadhis of kaya, vacha, mana is doing this whatever the dharma to be done. Thereafter, it is doing whatever the adhyatmika sadhana to be done. Then it is becoming quietened either in meditation or in sleep. Then we are in right direction. This conviction should to come. Like out of bed 6 morning till night 9:30, 10, 11 I am awake. These 16, 15 hours, be aware. In that awareness, is my dharma only I am practicing for my upata durtakshaya, or I am getting newer and newer durtyas, upata? Am I obtaining or collecting new ones? How do I know? When I involve in new projects, make new friends, have new sankalpas, each of them are adding to the durita. Adding is called upata, collection. We are collecting new durita. It's like go to the market and see all the objects, then you feel like possessing them, even though we don't want them. But the desire has entered the mind, then it get either through vairagi you have to get out of it, or you have to fulfill it and strengthen it. Till that time, that will be in the mind. A sadhaka, therefore, unless a work is there, he never comes out of his room. He is in his own room, Nirantara is doing the sadhana of the yoga or the karma or the bhakti or jnana. That consequence should come to us if it is understood. That's the purpose of Bhagavan Shankara. Bhagavan Shankara wants to give us moksha. Moksha is already our existing swarupa. But about that we don't know, called as avidya. That avidya can be removed only by the vidya. Vidya is given by Guru, vidya should be taken by us. And we should remove our avidya. What is avidya? Aham jivosmi, aham devosmi. Same thing Bhagavan Sri Rama also is telling. Today he will tell Atma Swarupa Lakshanas in Adhyatma Ramayana. So my avidya made me accept as jiva and deha. My vidya of the shastra will tell me that I am not that, I am Atma. But who can listen this from the Guru? The one who is not running out. Who cannot stop, who will stop from running out? The one whose upata durta has gone away. And whose upata durta goes away? The one, two things. Who does dharma and only dharma, no other thing. So in that way, Bhagavan Shankara is helping us, guiding us, protecting us, not to extend the samsara and also to eliminate samsara and also take us towards moksha through vidya. ये डिस्कशन के पीछे उनका ये उद्देश्य, हमको वो पकड़ना है. There is nobody called Purvapakshi. It is you and me only. Where we talk about हमको वो पाना है, ये पाना है, वो करना है, ये करना है. Keep on adding that only. And we are in a delusionary world like a child when you go to exhibition. Anything he sees he wants. He doesn't need any one of them. But देखते हो उसका attraction होता चाहिए. And you, that's such a naughty stupid fellow, you can't avoid him or you can't tell him, so you keep on buying. और पूरे कार में भरकर घर में लाते हैं. And they are thrown here and there. Only you have to maintain them, clean them. वो उसको use करता ही नहीं वो. In the same way, in our life, we as a unintelligent human beings, on the name of intelligence, are collecting only so many of the vasanas and things in our heart which are maintaining us to be samsari. हमको ये समझना है. Shankar Bhagavan is trying to help us. Oh, my dear human being, oh Jiva, you have come only for moksha. Moksha is only through vidya, by removing avidya. You can put your effort to remove avidya through vidya when you are introverted. Introverted you will be when you are no more extroverted. You are extroverted because of your own upata durita. Do your dharma and remove that upata durita. Become introverted through vidya, remove avidya, establish in your own self, which is called moksha. See the compassion of our Guru Maharaj, Adi Shankar. And you and I, a nagging Purvapakshi, will not leave it. Now, here conclusion are two things. First conclusion is what? Dharma karma, nitya karma has to be done for upata durita. Kshaya. Kshaya means removal. Durita means the impressions, vasanas. Upata collected in many, many lives. But that is only up to that point. That entire karma, karta, all this setup is only for cleaning it. Cleaning the upata durita. Not for moksha. Moksha comes therefore only through the vidya. That way, moksha देने वाला विद्या और उपात दुरित को क्लियर करने वाला कर्म का कोई विरोध नहीं है, कोई समुच्चय भी नहीं है. That's what the concluding thought. Ityata eva asmin prakarane upanyastani karmani iti avacham. Now see, evam cha. See the powerful conclusion of Bhagwan Shankara. Still this fellow Purvapakshi doesn't listen. He just holds on to his own karma. He is so strongly is involved in that from many, many lives. वो तुरंत थोड़ी छूट जाएंगे वो. You should any of the habits, they die hard. They will go, they'll make us die, but they don't die. But lucky that this fellow is come in contact with the highest of the Guru Shankara, who is not only wise enough but compassionate enough also, Karunalayam, that he is going on guiding him till he understands. The concluding thought is what? Evam cha avirodaha karma vidhi shrutina. Therefore, the Shruti in which they have done the Vidhi Vidhana of the karma, it has no avirodha with our Vidya. At the same time, समुच्चय भी नहीं है. उसका अपना काम, मेरा अपना काम. बट लेकिन वो साफ होता ही तभी आत्मा मिलेगा ना. हाँ, होता होगा. वी आर नॉट डिनाइंग इट. You do that work. Let the karma do the cleansing of the heart. But that's not the hetu of moksha. Moksha is only through Vidya. लेकिन देर इज कोटेशन इन तेलुगु इल्लू अलग गाने पंडगवदु कि घर को साफ किया तो त्योहार थोड़े होता है. साफ करने के बाद भगवान को बिठाकर यू हैव टू डू ऑल द पूजा. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज फेस्टिवल और सेलिब्रेशन. हियर आल्सो रिमूविंग द उपात दुरिता इज नॉट द मोक्ष. मोक्ष ओनली थ्रू विद्या. विद्या नहीं है तो मोक्ष नहीं होगा. याद रख लेना इसको भी. वो भी फिर डिस्कशन आगे शुरू होगा. फाइनल थॉट इज व्हाट? अतः 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 केवलायाः एव विद्यायाः परम श्रेयः इति सिद्धम्. Only through the Atma Vidya, the moksha is obtainable. This is what established. And Guru is relaxing. कि मैंने कह दिया, इसको समझ में आया. But do you think all these cobwebs gone away from that fellow? No. He catches hold of the Guru by his collar or pulls his leg. Finally, at least at one place you agreed our karma. उसको थोड़ा सा मौका मिल गया. You know, every time the mind tries to find a way to vent out or to go out. This next discussion is very, very deep, sublime, elaborate, very, very required and essential and powerful. We will initiate it and try to see to the extent we can. What is the prashna of the Purvapakshi now? It is not ended. 3 more prashnas he'll ask and they are thoroughly answered. And earlier 3-4 prashna, these 3-4. ये 7-6 प्रश्न पूर्व पक्षी का समझना, that is all our standpoint only. What is the answer given by Siddhanti? Samajna. Then we understand from his standpoint. Then we change ours to his standpoint. This is called Sharanagati. This is called as sadhana. What is Sharanagati? Leaving my standpoint and accepting Guru's standpoint. And what is sadhana? Doing that only. What it gives us in Siddhi. Which Siddhi? In which Guru is already there. Moksha. He says, Evam tarhi, if this being so, if this is the case, where For the upata durita kshaya, the nitya karmas have to be done. हे गुरु आपने कहा ये सिद्धांति एवं तरहि now listen you have to be very tuned my dear audience to catch the sequence of thought development evam tarhi if this is so ashrama antara anupapatti then other three ashramas other than the grahastha ashrama are required they are not required the brahmacharya vanaprastha sannyasa ashramas are not required grahastha ashrama is enough why because karma nimittatvat vidya utpatte hai and karma nimittatvat grahastha ashrame he is holding on to that point though the direct कारण नहीं बना होगा कर्म for the moksha but परंपरा से तो बना when I am doing karma nitya karma then upata dirtha going away you only accepted now बाद में विद्या इट्स ओके दैट आई एम अग्रीइंग योर्स बट विद्या का लिए कर्म का निमित्तता है कि नहीं यस कर्म आदेश इज गिवन टू होम ओनली टू गृहस्थ देयरफॉर ओनली गृहस्थ आश्रम कैन गिव मोक्ष ब्रह्मचारी वानप्रस्थ सन्यासी आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड because grahastha alone is allowed to do karma and through karma alone the upata dvita goes away then alone through vidya the moksha is obtained therefore ashrama antara means other from that word antara only the other english word came ashrama antara anupapatti ashrama means ashramas antara means other anupapatti means not required ब्रह्मचारी मानव संन्यास की जरूरत नहीं है अब गृहस्थी रहते जाएंगे नो हिज कनिंग माइंड इज व्हाट समहाउ फंसे रहना गृहस्थ आश्रम में कर्म में और वहां के मजा मजा भोग ले लेना मेनी ऑफ द गृहस्थ स्वामी जी हम कहाँ आश्रम में जाकर वहां का तपस्या करेंगे that is what they are justifying to continue their cunning mind inside says in the ashram you have to do tapasya whatever the food they give you have to eat it throughout the day you have to attend classes in house there are no such problems you can cook and eat whatever and whenever you want nobody is there to question you is it not हाँ मैं तो गृहस्थ हूं तो मेरे को ये कर सकता हूं मैं ना गृहस्थ थोड़ी नहीं तो सन्यासी थोड़ी करेंगे सुबह दोपहर शाम खाना वगैरह सी टू जस्टिफाई ही गोज ऑन टॉकिंग लाइक दैट it all is in inner weakness the devil mind play like that जिसको पहचानना बहुत मुश्किल है the unaware my own mind unaware my own mind with it's this type of thinking binding me by continuing me to be a samsari and not allowing me to be a sadhaka discovering itself is a great achievement. This Purva Pakshi is a pakka sample of all of us only. He says, Evam chet tarhi ashramantara anupapati. Evam tarvi ashramantara anupapati karma nimittatva vidyotpate. So Vidya is gained by the karma in that way, parampara se. Karma is done only in Grahastha ashrama. The Grahastha ashrama is enough. There is no need of brahmacharya, vanaprastha, sannyas. Now this subtle intellection of Bhagwan Shankara to bring or put this question through the mouth of Purva Pakshi. पहले हम बता देते हैं only to prove to us, oh my dear friends, if you are continuing to be grahastha ashrama, you are lost only. You should eject out of it. Then only you will become qualified for the moksha. ये बात बताने के लिए, as his ultimate उद्देश्य is that. But if he says it straight away, we don't listen. Therefore, he comes as a Purva Pakshi to justify grahastha ashrama from his side. तो खुद ही गृहस्थ बनकर ऐसे as if he is putting that powerful logic. And he himself as Siddhanta will answer. And through all that, what he wants to convey, if you are getting lost in your own grahastha ashrama, million lives you may live, you will never get moksha. Because as a grahastha's identity, you will go on adding responsibilities. That is how the cunning mind goes on working. Same is true. The moment one takes up to vanaprastha sannyasa, immediately identity changes. Like, a wonderful Hindu, lovely Hindu. I'm giving a negative example for conveying the positive thought. Suddenly is converted by some stupid fellows. Immediately starts thinking in that line. Till that time, he never even imagined or thought of it. Like a girl, till the marriage is fixed, she is in her own mood. Suddenly, the moment that marriage is fixed, she thinks she is a would be wife and that fellow would be husband. उसका दिमाग के ख्याल अलग ही हो जाते हैं. In the same way, till we don't value and take up vanaprastha and sannyasa ashrama, the thoughts to justify those ashramas by doing those sadhanas which are required for moksha never come to us. एज लॉन्ग एज ग्रस्त इसी को हम जस्टिफाई करते हो, इसी में है ना. तो इसमें रहने के कारण जस्टिफाई करते हैं, जस्टिफाई करने के कारण यही रहते हैं. When you take it up, that is called a diksha. When you take diksha, then you are bound by so many rules, regulations. And those rules, regulations only will help us. But we don't follow the rules because we are not taking the diksha. Take the diksha, le lo phir. Like every day we eat the food. 3 times, 4 times. Suddenly on Ekadashi day, we say, I am taking the Diksha today of not eating. See, you are the same fellow. But every day the commitment Diksha was eat or eat. But on the day of Ekadashi, don't eat. That commitment made you not to eat. Then that Upavasa became fulfilled. So too, in the Grahastha Ashrama, moksha is very tough. He may be in the Grahastha Ashrama, still his mind has to rise to the level of the Vanaprastha and Sannyasa, then only he can do sadhana and get moksha. So to drive this point, it is not the external thing when it is talked about a brahmachari, grahastha, vanapa, sannyasi. No, it's all the mind's evolution. Never miss this point. ये गुणों के कारण मन के एवोल्यूशन को ये वर्ण आश्रम के रूप में बाहर बताते हैं. Outer things have nothing to do. Now the question is what? Evam tarahi ashrama antara anupapattihi karma nimittatvat mokshasya. ओके, विद्या उत्पत्ति है. विद्या के लिए कर्म चाहिए, कर्म गृहस्थ आश्रम में होता है और दूसरे आश्रम में नहीं होता. देयरफॉर तीनों आश्रम को छोड़ गृहस्थ ही रहते रहना जिंदगी भर. Then enjoy children, grandchildren, and once in a while come to the class and feel that we have done this or that. देखो भाई, the one left everything, goes to ashram, studies continuously shastra, enters into the mood of contemplation, meditation. उस राजा भोज का ये जो गृहस्थ आश्रम में रहकर वंस इन ए वाइल जो क्लास सुन रहा है, गंगुआ तेली, इज देयर एनी रिलेशन बिटवीन देम? Do you understand then how we cheat ourselves? My great great grandchild's naming ceremony, Swamiji, I am going kicking your Upanishad class. And Swami cannot say anything except getting that pain of the kick. Otherwise, tomorrow they won't come to class. Therefore, for tomorrow's sake, he will bear the pain today. If you say anything else, then Swami, it is my dharma. And having gone to that great great grandchild, are you talking anything spiritual? No. You talking to him only that samsara by which pakka you are ensuring that he also will become useless samsari like us. I am telling you the Maya when you analyze it. एक तरफ डर भी लगता है, दूसरी तरफ क्या कहते हैं ना, हंसी मजाक भी लगता है. एंड इफ आर सीरियस, वैराग्य भी आता है. इंटरेस्टिंग. So the Purva Pakshi point says what? Ki garhastecha vihitani karmani. Only for the grahastha ashrami, the nitya karmas are vihita. यज्ञ करो, हवन करो वगैरह. ब्रह्मचारी की तो गुरु सेवा है, वानप्रस्थी को तो कहीं बैठकर अपना तपस्या करनी होती है. और सन्यासी तो आधा दिन प्रणव तत्व चिंतनम, यू शुड नॉट डू एनीथिंग. ऐसी बात है. Therefore garhastecha vihitani karmani iti aikashramyam. Therefore, pass a resolution that there should be only one ashrama, that is grahastha. Exactly, that's what is happening nowadays. No sannyasa, no vanaprastha. अब जबरदस्ती ब्रह्मचारी तो होता है till married, but he doesn't follow the brahmachari rules, but है तो है. And others, till the death comes, they don't give up the grahastha ashram. They're all the Purva Pakshis. So Krishna Bhagavan knows Shankara कि ऐसा जमाना आएगा where people never get that dispassion to get out of the world, a worldly thing, or the grahasthani ashrama to enter into sadhana. Therefore, keeping that in mind to convey to us the inevitability or necessity of coming into Vanaprasthadi, he takes up this topic. नो इसका आंसर कितना मजेदार रहेगा, बढ़िया से बढ़िया. आई टेल यू, आई वॉज हेजिटेंट एंड एंग्शियस अबाउट हाउ टू स्टडी एंड एक्सप्लेन दिस टॉपिक ऑफ ज्ञान कर्म समुच्चय खंडन. बट व्हेन आई वाज स्टडीइंग एंड थिंकिंग, आई वाज एंजॉयिंग इट सो मच. यार सारा मसाला तो इसमें है. जस्ट लाइक इन गीता, everybody talks chapter 2 up to 18. Nobody studies chapter 1. But Maharaj, in the chapter 1 only, every masala is there. That is what shows both अधिकारी निर्णय भी वही है और समस्या का प्रदर्शन भी वही है. If you don't know what is problem, how do you solve it? If you don't have the diagnosis, how do you treat Baba? So to adhikari should be known. Without knowing the adhikari lakshana, without knowing the problem diagnosis, how do you solve it? How will the vidya will be given to the person who is not an adhikari? People never understand the glory of chapter 1. That's why you listen to our classes. We explain it so beautifully. What are the 7 characters that are there in chapter 1? And who is ultimately mukta, who is semi-baddha, who is totally baddha, who can be qualified for Gita Jnanam. We have explained it exhaustively. So too, what are the 7 topics that are there in chapter 1? How they have to be related to these 7 characters. And now we have to see that in our own selves. Finally, come to the level of Arjuna and surrender to Krishna. Then get the Jnanam from chapter 2 and get Mukto. But people don't. In the same way, these are the prasangas, When we give some time with patience and think, that gives such a clarity. What is required is clarity. क्लियरली हमको समझना है, स्पष्टता. कल भी हम यही बात करें, स्पष्ट है बात ना, फिर यू नो व्हाट टू डू व्हाट नॉट टू डू. ओनली इन द अस्पष्टता you tend to get misguided by the wrong people, or we follow our own vasanas, or we tend to do something incorrect thing. स्पष्ट है तो गलत क्यों कोई करेगा? Like when I see the rope as rope spashta, why will I take it as snake, or why will I ask anyone what it is? Only when I am not spashta, my vasanas work, and then say, अरे सांप हो सकता है. या I ask other fellow, यार क्या है? उसने भी सांप को ही देखा, रोप नहीं, तो इसे से अरे सांप ही है. That's how each one of us are cheating each other on the name of helping. But we are by talking only about the snake, we don't know the rope at all. स्पष्टता है तो फंसेंगे नहीं. फंस रहे मतलब स्पष्टता नहीं है, इसलिए फंसाव से बचना है तो स्पष्टता को पाना है. इन व्हाट? इन द ब्रह्म तत्व ऑल्सो यू हैव टू बी स्पष्ट. इन द आध्यात्मिक साधना ऑल्सो वी हैव टू बी स्पष्ट. along with that, to get the qualification by coming out of raga dvesha and getting vairagya, there also you have to spashtata. This topic is helping us in that. तो व्हाट इज दिस पॉइंट? एवं धर्म ही आश्रम अंतर अनुपत्ति ही कर्म निमित्तत्वात् विद्या उत्पत्ति है. तो विद्या के लिए कर्म चाहिए. कर्म तो गृहस्थ आश्रम में होता है, तो तीनों आश्रम में नहीं होता, तो फिर गृहस्थ आश्रम ही होना चाहिए. देन गार्हस्थ्य च विहितानि कर्माणि. गार्हस्थ्य में तो कर्म तो पक्का करना ही पड़ेगा उनको. इति ऐक्याश्रमम एवं देवो देश वनाश्रम why you are the Shruti, because Shankar Bhagwan was into that sannyasa ashrama himself, and he used to give sannyasa to all. So he is denying that. अब तुम लोग सन्यासी बन रहे हो, कर्म नहीं कर रहे हो, अंधकर्म शुद्ध नहीं होगा आपको, you will not get vidya and moksha. That's how he is thinking. Then Atacha is so happy now, this grahastha Purabakshi. Atacha yavat jivadi shrutayaha anukulataraha. He said those portions of the Shruti which have said yavat jivet, what do you say? Karma kuryat, yavat jivet, juhyat. These are the Shrutis. As long as you are alive, you should do karma. As long as you are alive, yavat jivet, nitya agnihotram juhyat or kuryat. These are the mantras in various portions. तो जब तक जब जिंदा हो तो अग्निहोत्र कर्म करते जाना। और अग्निहोत्र कर्म कौन करते हैं? नॉट ब्रह्मचर्य वान सन्यासी, ओनली गृहस्थ। Therefore, throughout life, I can continue to be a grasta and enjoy with children, grandchildren, and everything, and which way I can do class. Sir, is it allowed? What is his logic? Don't miss it. Only through the Nitya Karma of Agnihotradi that Upata Durta Kshaya happens, which helps us in Vidya to remove avidya and get moksha. That is his point. So that is what is called conditioned mind, which thinks what it already knows. Only that much. It only the intellect, when it is enlivened by Shastra or the Guru, can see the higher possibilities, can open up to the higher possibilities. That is why you have to go to the Guru and Shastra. They tell us, बेटा तुम जो सोच रहे हो correct है, लेकिन ultimate correct नहीं है, इससे ऊपर वाला भी है. What you are saying is right from your standpoint, but your standpoint is not ultimate. There is higher. नाउ देखो भगवान का मजेदार आंसर कि फर्स्ट पॉइंट कर्म अनेकत्वात्. Oh my dear friends, what grahasthas are supposed to do karma, they are not the karmas. There are many other karmas other than which are supposed to be done by the grahastha, and they are done by the other three ashramins, and they become cause for the upakadurta and kshaya and the moksha. Therefore, don't this way justify. He is going to explain to us these things. Karma anekatvat is the main sentence. Not only the grahastha allowed karmas are called as karmas, there are many other karmas also which are allowed to be done by non-grahasthis. Therefore, through them they can get upakadurtakshaya, then they go for moksha. And slowly introducing it, he just proves ultimately, oh pyare, in these three ashrams only, sadhana is quickly done and achieved, and you are just doing grahastha ashrama, उसमें फंसी जाओगे तुम, जानकर करो या अनजाने में. He drives that point. See, it's all struggle between mind's emotions and vasanas and intellect's higher understandings. Guru goes on empowering our intellect with a higher understanding. Gaining that, we have to defeat our own minds, lower the imagination's thinkings, and also the vasanas and habits. Thus, we transform from a pakka samsari to a pakka sadhaka. Therefore, from a pakka baddha purusha to a pakka mukta purusha. Karma anekatvat. Clear? Now he is explaining. What are they? Nahi agnihotrādīni eva karmāni. अरे भाई गृहस्थों को जो अलाउड है अग्निहोत्र डेली करना है, नॉट दैट अलोन आर नॉट कर्मास. देयर वेरी मेनी अदर आल्सो आर कॉल्ड एज कर्मास. व्हाट आर दे? ब्रह्मचर्यम, तपः, सत्यवचनम, शमः, दमः, अहिंसा इति एवं आदीनि अपि कर्माणि. These are also all the karmas, and they are not famous in grahastha ashrama. They are famous in the other three ashramas, itara ashrama prasiddhani. And they are also vidya utpattau sadhakatamani. Sadhakatamani. They are more helpful than your agnihotradi. इसमें ज़्यादा फंसा होता है, फल का misguidance भी होता है. Therefore, these sadhanas which I mentioned, which are there in brahmacharya vanaprastha ashrama, they are more helpful for the vidya than your grahastha ashrama karmas. Oh my dear friend, don't get lost in your own notions thinking that they are ultimate. So न केवल अग्निहोत्राणि कर्माणि. अग्निहोत्र जो गृहस्थ वही कर्म नहीं है. These are also are the karma only. The brahmacharyam. The brahmacharya is surrendering to Guru and doing whatever he says. Then damaha, control of senses. That is also work. Tapaha, variety of hardships, tapassas, upavasa, vratadi. Satyavachanam, ये भी एक कर्म है. Shama, controlling the mind. Ahimsa, always maintaining the thought of ahimsa. It is also struggle and karma. Iti evamadini api karmani. And they are itara ashrama prasiddhani. They are in other three ashramas spoken more, not in you. Then vidya utpattau sadhakatamani. They help in vidya utpatti better than yours. And more than that, asankirnani in these three ashramas. There is no involvement in these works of belonging to these three ashramas. There are no problems of what they are there in the grahastha ashrama of troubling others. Asankirnani means they don't get impurified by any himsa adi required to be done as the grahastha has to do for others. Like tapasya, brahmacharya, ityadi, जो ब्रह्मचारी वानर संन्यास करना होता है, where is it troubling anyone? He is all alone with himself. But when you have to do the yajna, agnihotradi karma as a grahastha, you have to force your wife and children to get up morning and take bath. They have to help you in all organizing, and you have to ask everyone to bring their items, बुलाओ पंडित को और उनको बोलो मंत्र बोलो and उसको पैसे देना पड़ेगा. He is not satisfied. See how many places you are frustrated in this karma kanda. When you do it successfully, it will remove the apata durita. But करने में कितने दिक्कतें हैं देखो. But brahmacharya, ahimsa, satyavasanam, you are helping the world, not troubling them. In these things, you are troubling them only. Therefore, these are sadhaka tamani. Then what you said. So how the discussion you see? Karma removes impurity. Therefore, karma is done by only grahastha. Therefore, only grahastha ashram is required for moksha. I'll throughout life I'll continue being grahastha ashrama. करता रहूंगा मैं some karma kanda yajna. He says not only these are karmas, these is a list of other karmas. They are more helpful for the moksha than yours, and they are not in you. They are in brahmacharya vanapa sannyas. In short, तो ब्रह्मचर्य वानप्रस्थ संन्यास आश्रम में जो कर्म है वो साधना को ज्यादा हेल्प करते हैं ध्यान ग्रस्त. And many things which are making us caught up in grahastha ashrama, they are denied in the other three ashramas. Therefore, there is more safety. You can see in some rare cases when the husband wants to take sannyas, the wife shouts, troubles, all that she does. In rare cases, मैं कह रहा हूँ आजकल कम है. Somehow he convinced her and took her. After for a few months frustrated, angry, thereafter she herself respect that ex-husband, now present Swami, and she herself tells to Ada, अब वो संन्यास लिए साधना कर रहे, अब उनको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना. Otherwise, earlier she used to force him for everything of the grahastha karma. अब वो खुद ही कहेगी. See the difference in that? It is easy for his sadhana now. No, these are a lot of things I need to explain them. कल धीरे धीरे कल थोड़ा हम touch करेंगे. Now, again after listening to this, he will ask another question. He will ask another. उन दोनों को भगवान answer देते हैं. With that, slowly finishing your obligation in grahastha, enter into Brahma, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa, and do your own moksha sadhana. That is what he wants to convey. But very interesting, useful discussion. There is no biasness. There is only logic, there is only reasoning, there is only quotation of the Shastras, all in the interest of every jiva's evolution for moksha. बाकी अवान्तर डिस्कशन है. गृहस्थ है, ब्रह्मचारी, वानप्रस्थ, सन्यासी है. They're all intermediate discussions taken up by the disciple, not guru. Guru तो सिर्फ साधना की ही बात कह रहे थे. But because he has lifted the topic taken up to answer him, Guru also had to talk all that. No, we have not completed. We are only the halfway. This will be developed further tomorrow. यहाँ तक सुना याद रखो, इसके आगे हम कल चलेंगे. Very, very interesting things will come about Grahasthasra and all he will tell us. I know. He will tell the Purabhakshi. Okay. It is grahasthas only who work like buffaloes so hard. And all the three ashramas are existing because of grahastha. Then how can you belittle or deny grahastha ashrama's importance? He wants to hold on to that. He says, grahastha ashram nahi hai to brahmachari kahan se paida honge? ब्रह्मचारी गृहस्थ ही होते हैं ना. If not grahastha ashrama, how can one enter into vanaprastha and all? Therefore, he tries to give importance, value to it. And when Guru says, "Ha, you are right, Baba," then he will go as a grahastha. He will never do sadhana. And Guru has such an intelligent answer for all this justification. All in all, it only an answer to our mind's wrong propositions. That's all. Why? The intellect's right and higher and authentic understandings. Let's see tomorrow. Om, 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 Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarvanasto 65-70% we have done. Just 20-30-40% is there. Once this is done, then 12th Anuvaka is just repetition done. Then we enter into second Valli. Thank you. Stay back for our Yoga Darshana study for some time.